A lot of people have been giving out to me in the comments lately over the way I'm pronouncing Kegan, telling me it's Kegan, it's Kegan. The reason I'm saying Kegan is because that's how his father pronounced it. I used to say Kegan. The way it's spelled is Kegan to us over here, famous footballer Kevin Kegan. But I changed how I was saying it because it came out that that's not how his friends or his family say it. His dad says it Kegan. Nobody knew why, but everyone just started calling him Kegan, and I know some people are still calling him Kegan, but it has come out why he's called Kegan. So Tony's favourite strip club was called Kegan Stein, and that's where it comes from. It comes from Tony being a creep, calling his firstborn son after his favourite nightclub. Does he think it's funny? Is it something more than that? Kegan Stein, Kegan Kline. And I think with little details like that coming out, you can see all the stuff the last few weeks. It's really complicated. The stream I did on Tony when we went through his criminal record, there's a lot going on there, a lot. And then last week we had the things with Bart, again a lot going on there. You need a few days alone to wrap your head around what's going on. And I'm starting to wonder, is all this intentional? If this ever goes to trial, they're going to have to paint a picture. They're going to have to paint a horrible picture. But is all the stuff coming out now just a bit of primer paint? Prime the jury pool for what they're going to hear. It's dirty. Well, probably not dirty, but it's sneaky. Do I care? No. Absolutely not. It's not as if they're planting evidence or anything like that. And if this helps prime the jury pool and get a conviction, I'm all for it, if they're the right people. The reason I'm saying that is when this first came out about 2 weeks ago, a lot of people, when I made videos, were commenting, how do you know this real? What's going on here? Is this actually real? And we know it was. I speculated at the time that maybe Anya and Kevin wouldn't release it. We knew they had it. But I was wondering, was it not going to be released because LE might get onto them, and they seem like the people who would hold back if LE wanted them to hold back, if it impacted the case. But they didn't. I'm going to play a piece of audio from Grey Hughes. I'll put a full link to that episode in the description box as well. This is Anya and Kevin. They were talking to him and he asked them about it. This is the answer that they gave.
And tell us how it went. Wasn't there a time where you tried to ask, hey, is this okay to put out there?
Yeah, geez. Okay, so yeah, I mean, we can kind of go into like what our contact was with authorities, because I think that's another sort of narrative where people are saying, the case is ruined now or something.
We reached out to some people in the law enforcement community. We're going to be a little bit vague about who the people were we talked to, but we reached out, and the message we were left with was basically the only thing of concern was protecting the names of innocent people, which that was our concern too. So we said, yeah, that's not an issue. We'll take all that out. And the people in the law enforcement community said, it's possible that the prosecutor might have some concerns. You really should call and contact the prosecutor before you do anything. So on 8 days before the episode came out, a Monday before the Tuesday before, so like 8 days, we called the prosecutor's office and we left a voicemail explaining who we were and what the issue was. And we also at that time wrote an email to the prosecutor, again, where we explained what we had and what we were planning to do. A couple of days later, they sent us an email from the prosecutor's office in which they said, we're very busy, we'll get back to you later. And then a couple of days after that, on the Friday before we released the episode, we wrote them and said, we've contacted you beginning of the week. We just like to remind you that this is the issue. And if you have an issue with it, please let us know. And we'll take whatever you say seriously. And the episode is planned to be released on Tuesday. So please contact us before then so we can address whatever concerns you might have, because we want to be responsible. And the prosecutor never got back to us.
Well, I mean, I think I think it almost feels like there was this obligatory, well, we don't really want it, but they kind of wanted it out there. You know what I mean? It was sort of this weird feeling. Go ahead.
I think the sense we got was that in a case where it's a very high profile case, it's a very important case, and we signaled our openness to talking with these power brokers and perhaps being open to redacting information. The fact that they did not sort of run after us on that or even really ask for anything other than names of innocent people is sort of, that's, I think we take a lesson from that, and I think that sort of informed the way we reported on this.
Well, but you're a lawyer, Kevin, so let me ask you something. Do you think there's a reason why they couldn't, let's say they wanted to put that out there intentionally, would there be a reason they couldn't do that?
It would be a violation of ethics to release this material intentionally.
Interesting.
If you were one of the lawyers in the case.
So if it's an accident. Oh, sorry, Amanda. Go ahead.
Yeah, it would be bad if you were the defense attorney or the prosecution in the case.
But because it was a, quote, clerical error.
So that was interesting, wasn't it? They would not ignore them like that if they didn't want it out there. This is a very active case and an active prosecutor. They chose to ignore them. They wanted it out there. Another indication of that is the fact that the mainstream media didn't pick up on it for 10 days. The reason this is they wouldn't run with it unless Ellie confirmed that it was authentic. And they did. And that's why they started running with it. What's going on? Is this the FBI priming a potential jury pool? Like I said, they're going to have to paint a nasty picture, and I wish they didn't. If this does go to trial, there's going to be some awful details come out. A lot of the rumours and speculation seem to be true. So if it's the same case with the actual crime scene, it's going to be horrendous. And I wish there was a way for that to be held back from the family, held back from everyone. There's rumours that the audio tape is a lot longer, but the voices on that are going to be the girls, and once that's out there, it's going to be played in every documentary, every opening, every show is going to have it. And the family are going to have to hear that and know this evidence for the rest of their lives. But I think if they got a chance, they'll take justice. But this is a crazy case with crazy details. It's been a lot to take in from the last few weeks. Is that what they're doing by releasing these police interviews, transcripts, and allowing big media networks to report on it as facts? I think yes. I think that's exactly what they're doing. I hope if anyone is watching this video that is a potential jury member, don't comment on the video please, but take it in and learn about Tony and learn about Kegan and give it a thumbs up. They'd never be able to track that. But I think that's exactly what's going on here. Naming your son after a strip club like that is another mad one. Kegan Kline. Is the son Keg and is Tony Kline? Did he plan this? Is he putting them together before Kegan was even born? Setting up the old tag team? There's a lot happening, and there's a lot more going to happen in this. I've covered a good bit of this in the last 2 weeks, so if you've missed any of those videos, go back and check them out. And we have some of the documents there as well where we took notes on Tony and his criminal record and stuff like that. I do think the jury pool is being primed, and I'm all for it. And it's kind of why I'm being a bit bold in my titles, but happy to do it. Good luck, God bless. I hope today is the day.